No, what I want to talk about is being a Texas Instrument, baby. We're being calculated. We're not adding things to our lives. We are subtracting the things that aren't adding to our lives. You dig what I'm saying? So if we're not constantly putting ourselves through, how would I put this? Self-inflicted pain, really, because if we don't go ahead and do it first thing in the morning, make time for ourselves, inflict pain upon ourselves, right? So we can grow spiritually and get aligned with the universe, we will constantly be trying to attach to people, places, and things. We will be trying to solve problems when really there isn't a problem. It's a discontent because we haven't worked on ourselves. We haven't made time for ourselves today. We haven't gone out and done what we needed to do to survive as a human being, as a light being, right? Light being, imagination, you can, I'm not even gonna get into that today, but so we have to get out of our comfort zones. And I'm just telling you as I relearn these things. Like, I did this before, and now that I'm doing it again, I'm like, okay, this is what I did before. Why did it work so well then? Well, this is why. And I'm documenting it because I wish somebody did that for me back in the day. I just had to Tarzan my way through this shit. And that's really what life is, dude. There is no path, there is no plan. It's all a journey. It's all about just getting up and doing it now. Being in the taking the future self into the present moment. I am that I am, Yahweh, the breath of life. I am the present moment. Nothing else exists other than now. You can't get lost in the past or anxious about the future. Like, you can move from the future without anxiety if you are present moment being. You dig? So, yeah, man, I'm at a point where I never thought this was going to happen, because basically you'll hear people who are thriving in this world, right? And they're like, it's going to get lonely. You're going to lose a lot of friends. You might lose all your friends. You hear them say shit like that. I'm guarantee if you're watching this video, you've heard that before. And when I was on my journey as a filmmaker, right, in my early 20s, so like a decade ago, I had removed myself from my community because I was getting clean and sober then, right? So, and I didn't really like a lot of the people I was getting. Honestly, I didn't like the personalities. I didn't like what they stood for. And I've never been a person that wants to I've never owned a TV in my life. I'm almost 35. I have never owned a TV. I would rather entertain than be entertained. You dig? Because that's just the kind of person I am. I move from an internal energy, almost instinctually. And if I don't, that's when I start doing drugs. And it's like, drugs and alcohol were just a solution to my lust. The real problem with me is how bad my desire for women is. And it's probably supposed to be that way. Cause man, I don't know a guy that hasn't achieved something. This is probably off now. We start removing all the vices, right? This isn't, I need to add these habits, I need to add these routines, I need to add these rituals. It's not adding things to your life. It's not adding healthy food. It's subtracting the things that are taking your energy, ruining your vibration and your frequency. And then once those things are gone, then you add one. Then you add one. And as you add one, you get the craving to add another high energy, high frequency, high vibrating habit, routine, ritual. That's how it works. It's like a snowball effect. It's just that's why, like I was saying in one of my other videos, I don't even think good and bad even exist anymore. It's just, there's a dark energy and a light energy. The dark energy absorbs, the light energy radiates. That's how I see things now. It's everything is a vibration, a rhythm, or a free. Oh, man, those are all the same thing too. It's really hard. I'm not that educated, and see, that's me self-loathing, being like, oh, I'm not that smart. I barely got out of high school. I'm very intelligent for I'm not institutionalized, but I educated myself once I got like clearly I have clearly educated myself further than most people would on their own in adulthood. That being said, I was talking about how I never thought I would start outgrowing the people in my life that I hold closest, that I'm emotionally attached to, that I genuinely love and care about, because I only attract and hang out with high performers. I only attract and hang out with people of abundance, at least from how I could see. Like, I didn't really move around with people. So anyway, what I'm saying is, like, now it's happening to me. I just had a dream the other night where it was my sister and one of my sister that lives down here, and my dog, right? And this is me lucid dreaming. This is 2 nights ago. And in that dream, my sister and my dog had luggage and like backpacks and stuff, and they were going onto a dirt trail. For my sister and my dog to be together was weird. For them to have luggage was even weirder. Then going down, so that's how I knew I was still in a dream. And in that dream, I was moving around, trying to pick up clues, trying to figure out what this dream was about. And I couldn't put my, finger on it. And then when I got up in the morning, I didn't really put a lot of thought into it, because I had noticed where the last previous days I had started slacking. So I was like, I need to get back into the habits and routine and stuff that was getting me the results. Not that I wasn't getting them anymore, but I knew I was getting comfortable and just coasting. I don't want to coast. I have no intentions to ever coast in life. So, my boy texts me and he's like, yo, I'm not a bachelor anymore. I'm off the market. He's like, and honestly, he's on mushrooms. So he's feeling the frequency I feel every day by getting out and running, doing calisthenics, journaling, meditating, and acknowledging the universe. Those things bring me to the state he had to consume something exterior, something outside of himself, to reach what I earn every day internally. So it's in you. You just got to get in there and grab it. So I thought that dream was about him starting a new path. And then I talked to him today and he's like, well, I got up and panicked and was like, I can't do this, and he basically broke up with that girl. So he's just holding that poor girl hostage, and I feel bad. But that's none of my business. And I feel bad if he watches this and stuff, because it feels like that maybe that dream is telling me that I'm outgrowing him, because I keep trying to push him to grow. His own being is trying to push him to grow and stuff, but he doesn't want to. He's not even happy where he's at, and I feel bad. But I can't help him. When you're given the glasses, you can't make someone else wear the glasses. Only you can wear the glasses, and you can't really explain how the glasses work. I guess you can explain how the glasses work. But yeah, when you're given the glasses, you can't make someone else wear the glasses. Something like that. Even if you love them. They have to want to wear the glasses. And then you can teach them, I don't fucking know. But yeah. So we've got to be calculated. We have to be subtractive. We've got to remove all the bullshit. So he hasn't removed the bullshit, and he knows that his lust is his biggest obstacle. We literally talked about it today, and I know it's my biggest obstacle. That's what, I've gone the last 2 years. There's one girl I slept with twice, and actually in 1,000 days, I don't even jerk off or choke the chicken, whatever you're allowed to say on YouTube. I don't do that. I don't waste my time with that. I don't do anything that brings me guilt or shame anymore. Anything that I'm going to be remorseful in the morning, nope. Ain't no fucking way, boy. I ain't doing that. I'm radiating energy all the time. And I have so much energy, I don't even feel drained. I know to cut things off when someone's trying to absorb my energy because they feel low. I know when to just shut it down, walk away. But I don't use other people. I don't like I said in previous videos, I'm not posting for validation. I'm not posting for a fucking hoorah, you go champ. I don't need cheerleaders. I'm my biggest advocate. I go out and prove it to myself. Before I even step out and see or have a conversation with another person, I'm already full of life and love. And I'm just other people bleed out onto people because they can't control their emotions and thoughts. I'm shedding light onto people. I got you, baby. I got you. Let's do this. And obviously I don't walk around like open arms and stuff, but like it's hard to shake me. And like because I've gone through all this adversity and I removed all this bullshit, whenever I run into things that would normally frustrate me or piss me off at work or throughout the day, this is nothing. And used to, before, the way I would do that, I'd be like, well, I walked 12 miles from a strip club one time because I was so tired of myself using women to validate me. I was so over it that I walked 12 miles to get to the closest place where I could charge my phone. Well, I mean, there were other gas stations and stuff, but I got some clear distance to make sure. That's neither here nor there why I needed to get that distance. I can get into that later. But yeah, I used to be like, well, I walked those 12 miles. I can do this. That's what got me to go to. It was that suffering and the lengths I'd gone to live in the suffering for me to go those lengths to get out of the suffering. It's all within you. Everything you want is for you. Everything you're desiring is meant for you. You just have to go inside and get it out. Get out there and give it, baby. Create or conform. I love y'all.